We're talking about engaging the battle at the conference this week. And oftentimes when I hear and am exhorted by speakers to engage the battle, or I come to a conference like this, often my mind runs to doing big things for God. Is that really what it means to engage the battle? See, I come to a conference like this, I look at men like Doug Phillips and Kevin Swanson, Scott Brown and Don Hart, and I think, well, maybe engaging the battle means I need to be more like that. I mean, I'm a local pastor, and that's good, that's fine, that's wonderful, but maybe if I'm really going to engage the battle, I've got to go bigger. I've got to at least have a statewide ministry, if not a national ministry, and Lord willing, even beyond that. Well, I thank God for those men who do that, but is that really what it means for each of us as believers to engage the battle? Or perhaps at other times I think, and I look out and I see all the books out there and think, I've never written a book. I mean, I don't know how many Kevin's written or Scott's written. I don't know how many of these books guys have written. Maybe that's what it means to engage the battle, that I need to start working on Institutes of the Christian Religion Part 2. I mean, Calvin's obviously not going to get to it. Maybe that's what it means to engage the battle. I need to work on the next great theological work and put it out there for the people of God. Again, I'm grateful for those men who write to edify the body of Christ. But is that really what it means to engage the battle? Or perhaps even sometimes, especially at a conference like this, when you hear about all these issues and things going on in the community, in the state, in the public arena, I think, well, maybe if I'm really serious about engaging the battle, I need to run for office. I mean, at the very least, I've got to be more informed, more involved, but maybe really, if I'm going to engage, I need to be in office. I need to be a senator, a congressman, who knows, maybe even the next governor. Is that really what it means to engage the battle? So we look at Ephesians. I want us to notice first that the letter is addressed in chapter 1 as Paul addresses it. He addresses it to the saints at Ephesus, to the faithful brethren there. He doesn't just address it to the pastors, not just to those who are really mature, not to the expert, not to those who are ready to go far and wide in the field of ministry or missions. He addresses it to all the saints, all the believers. When we talk about engaging in the battle, some of these talks are very specific to fathers or mothers. Some of these talks are very specific about individual things, but for all of us here, there is application. You see, I have children ranging from the ages of in the womb, not yet born, 2.5 and on up. And my 8-year-old daughter, who is a believer, who is a saint, she is not going to run for office. Not now, Lord willing, not ever. And yet engaging the battle applies to her. So if we talk about engaging in the battle, it's not that those things aren't an application for certain people at certain times, but here Paul writes, when he speaks about the spiritual battle that each of us as believers is involved in, he addressed it to the entire church. As we look at this passage, we have to remember that it's written not just to the experts, but to all of us. And the exhortation to engage the battle is for all. We're not all at the same place. We don't all have the same roles. We're not all being exhorted exactly the same way, but most of the letter really is given to all of us generally. Wherever specifically you are, whether you're a child or a parent, husband or a wife, whether you're waiting for a wife, wherever you are, you have a battle to wage today. And part of that battle is in the very specific things God has called you to do right where you are. This isn't something we wait for, and hopefully one day when we're 40 or 50, we're ready to write a book, we're ready to go far and wide with the gospel, ready to preach, that then we'll engage the battle. No, the command is now. Be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. Put on His armor. Stand firm. And for some of you, standing firm means obeying and honoring your parents. That's what it means for you. That is your primary battle that you engage. You are not waiting for bigger things. That's the big thing. It is a tough battle.